When your husband comes home, you should greet him within 10 seconds. You didn't even chill the beer. You're just a parasite who lounges around at home. You're useless.
Since our child was born, my husband Curtis has changed. I never imagined the kind man he was could turn so drastically. But I won't let him have his way. I'll make him regret calling me a parasite. I'm Coca, 30 years old, a housewife who juggles housework and office work with dexterity. My career is thriving, even got a promotion offer. Married to Curtis for 3 years. We recently bought our dream home. Our marriage seems perfect, but I have been having a little trouble with my husband's attitude lately. Originally, I always earned more than my husband Curtis, and it never bothered me. He used to support me, saying, "Coca, thanks for saving so much this month. It's fine. I don't have much of a desire for material things, so wouldn't it be better to save money for the future? You're amazing, respecting how you balance work and home. I'm lucky." "What are you talking about? I just do the bare minimum." "No, our happy life is all thanks to you, Coca." "Not at all, it's teamwork. We used to live understanding and supporting each other, but his attitude soured when I was considered for a promotion. One day returning from work, Curtis looked gloomy. "And home?" I called out to him, and he responded with a loud sigh. "Huh, it's nice of you, Coca. You're entrusted with so many tasks that you're coming home late like this, right? What's wrong?" "No matter how many hours I go home on time, it has no effect on the company's performance. Unlike Coca, I'm an incompetent employee." "That's not true. You work hard too. Stop pitying me," I heard from Takano. "Coca, you're excelling at work again." Takano, my boss, was his college friend. Their connection was a coincidence. I met Curtis after becoming a professional, so my connection with Takano was purely coincidental. Initially, Curtis was happy about this reunion, but lately, it's turned into a curse. Since reconnecting, Curtis regularly contacts Takano to inquire about my well-being. Curtis hears about my work through him, feeling inferior. I'm the one who can't do it anyway. Our salaries weren't that different, but now Coca gets more than me. Faced with this, I forced a smile and responded to my husband. "Curtis, income doesn't matter. We're a team." "Team, huh? Just a low-paid, no-future husband, right?" "I never said that. Let's work hard together for our home. I'm sure everyone thinks I'm a pathetic guy with little income." "I know that."
I'm sure everyone thinks I'm a pathetic guy with little income. I know that.
He continued to wallow in self-pity. Honestly, this negative attitude is exhausting. What's going on with him? Constantly nitpicking. If he's got time to fret, why not help with chores? But that's not the only problem. Since we bought the house, my mother-in-law has been showing up more and more often. She deliberately acts arrogantly in my presence. Just the other day, she dropped by unannounced and sat at the doorstep.
"Hello, Coco."
Mother-in-law, I've asked you to call before coming over.
"What's the harm? We're family. By the way, can you lend me $500? There's a funeral coming up. I need to give a condolence gift, right?"
Here we go again. How many funerals this month? Yes, my mother-in-law frequently visits unannounced to ask me for money. It's unbearably stressful. I've been sending her money every month since my father-in-law passed away a few years ago because I heard her finances were tight. Yet she shamelessly demands money like this.
She stayed for an hour, persisting, "Lend me some money." But when I kept refusing, she left stomping, calling me a stingy daughter-in-law.
During such somber days, something unexpected happened. I suddenly found out I was pregnant. It was a dream come true, as I had always wanted a child. That night, I immediately told my husband Curtis.
Hey Curtis, I think I'm pregnant.
Really? Is it true?
Yes, I just came back from the doctor. I'm 3 months along.
Wow, seriously. I'm so happy. Thank you, Coco.
My husband, who had become quite sullen recently, was beaming with joy. Maybe our peaceful days will come back to us. I had hoped so. After entering a stable period, I informed my workplace and decided to take maternity and parental leave instead of resigning. I planned to return to work right after the leave. Time passed. I was raising our newborn daughter single-handedly. Her cuteness was a daily delight, but recently Curtis's behavior had become odd. He's become more domineering compared to before. As soon as he came home from work, he frowned upon seeing me with our daughter.
Hey, haven't you put her to bed yet? Where's my dinner?
Sorry, she's been fussy. Dinner's ready? Can you warm it up yourself?
Cut? After I worked all day for you guys, now I have to do housework too? What kind of housewife are you?
What do you mean? I'm taking care of our child and doing housework too. Can't you help a little?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm tired. Who do you think is supporting this lifestyle?
As I took parental leave, Curtis became increasingly arrogant.
I'm the most important person in this house. I earn the money, so you can live.
He often says these things. The truth is, we can't live on his salary alone. I'm using my savings to cover the shortfall. Yet he acts like this. When I was working, he was annoyingly self-deprecating. Just because I'm out of a job doesn't mean I'm in a position to say that much. It seems like a backlash from his previous self-deprecation. His behavior just escalates. Once, Curtis scorned the breakfast I prepared.
Hey, what's this for breakfast? Mocking me?
Huh, I made omelet, grilled fish, bread, soup, and beans. Thought about the balance.
I can't eat such plain food. I want a Western breakfast. Then I'll make bread tomorrow. Please bear with it today.
I was frustrated. Complaints about the meal I made during my busy routine. Then, seeming annoyed by my attitude, Curtis turned on his phone's speaker and called someone.
Hey, Mom? It's me.
Oh, Curtis, what's up so early in the morning?
Over the phone, Curtis started, "Listen, Mom. Coco can't even make a decent meal, despite me working so hard for our living.
Oh my, really? That's terrible.
Right? I'm the one who makes all the money, and she doesn't seem to understand that. Sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Absolutely awful. Such a wife isn't worth staying with.
Huzzah, right? Maybe I should just divorce her now."
Divorce? Does he understand his own position? Just because I'm on a few months of parental leave, does he have the right to say that?
Stunned by his insensitive words, I heard him say, "I'll pick up a divorce form on the way home."
Wait, Curtis.
Ignoring me, he left for work and actually brought back a divorce form. He signed it in front of me, flaunting it.
What are you gonna do then? Now you know how serious I am.
Serious? Using a divorce form as a threat?
It's your fault for not fulfilling your duties as a wife.
I'm doing my best with housework and childcare. What's your problem?
I am the head of the family. You should treat me with more respect. Thanks to me, you guys are able to live your lives.
What's that?
Now that you're unemployed, you'd be in trouble if I divorced you, right? So just shut up and obey. The old you who used to yearn is gone. You're just a jobless housewife now.
At that moment, my pent-up anger towards Curtis exploded. What is this? I'm raising our little daughter alone and managing the house. I've decided I don't need someone like him anymore. In my life, he's just a burden. The next day, Curtis came home from work and started yelling at the entrance, as usual.
Hey, I'm back. Hey, I'm back. I always tell you to greet me within 10 seconds when I come back, right?
Oh? You're back?
What? What's that tone? You should be saying welcome back, dear.
Who's gonna say such a cheesy line?
Pointing at me, he said,
Remember this. If you ever talk back to me again, it's instant divorce.
Instant divorce?
Yeah, you got it? If we divorce, you'll lose your home and wander the streets with our daughter. You'd be in trouble if I divorced you, right?
With a triumphant look, he gloated, but I retorted,
We're already divorced, remember?
What?
So yeah, we're already divorced. Don't worry about it.
Hearing those words, Curtis's smirking face turned serious.
What did you just say? He asked, his face stern.
The divorce papers you brought yesterday, I filed them.
What? Why did you do that without permission? Nobody allowed that.
Permission? You're the one who brought them and shoved them in my face, right? Besides, I did get permission.
Huh? Permission from who?
Your mother, of course.
In fact, earlier that day, as I was preparing to file for divorce, my mother-in-law, as usual, came asking for money. I carefully explained the day's events to her.
I refused to lend her money and she said, "Divorce Curtis." So I told her Curtis just gave me divorce papers.
And then...
She said file them right away. So I did as told and went to the office. Any problem? She said she'd talk to you too.
Wait a minute. I didn't know about any of this.
Then why don't you confirm with her?
Curtis, looking shocked, grabbed his phone and called his mother, putting her on speaker.
After a few rings, hello? His mother's voice came through.
Nan, why did you agree to file the divorce without my permission? That's not right.
What do you mean? You were the one saying you wanted a divorce before.
Yes, but that doesn't mean you can approve it.
What? You were complaining that she doesn't appreciate that their life depends on your earnings. If you divorce, you can spend your salary as you like, and I get more support money from you. 2 birds with 1 stone, right?
That's... Curtis turned pale and yelled into the phone. I don't have that kind of money.
You don't have any money? What do you mean?
I grabbed his phone and explained to his flustered mother-in-law, all the money I've been sending you came from my earnings.
What? I thought Curtis's good salary was the reason.
No. Just so you know, your son's salary is next to nothing. He'll be the one struggling after the divorce. No harm in using divorce as a threat and saying whatever you want.
Well,
How can you talk to me like that when you only make a paltry salary? I'm telling you, I'm receiving a certain amount of salary while I'm on childcare leave, and I won't be bothered at all if you divorce me. In fact, it would be worse for my mental health to be with an evil person like you. I'm glad we're divorced, though.
oh no.
Curtis looked up at me, his voice tearful, begging.
Please don't leave me. I can't be without you.
What? You're the one who should leave.
Wait, what?
You forgot. I bought this house in my name considering my income and everything. You said if we get divorced, you won't have a house to live in. You made fun of me a lot, but you're the one who's losing the house.
Wait. You can't just kick me out like that.
Wait here, I'll get your stuff.
I threw his pre-packed belongings from the entrance to the yard.
Good luck.
I pushed him out and locked the front door. He spent some time crying at the doorstep before finally leaving. Later, he returned to his mother's house, where they apparently had a huge fight, ultimately leading to them cutting ties. With nowhere to go, he rented a small affordable apartment on his meager salary and started a new life. However, the child support payments for our daughter began to strain his finances, and he eventually resorted to borrowing from loan sharks. Unable to repay, debt collectors caused a scene at his workplace. He became the talk of the town.
His wife divorced him too, and he's in trouble with the loan sharks. That's crazy. It's really disturbing that they even come to the office to collect. With his awful personality, no wonder his wife left him.
Gossip spread, making him uncomfortable at work, leading to his resignation. Now he seems to be hiding, trying to evade the collectors. As for me, I sold the house we lived in and moved into company housing. After my parental leave, I returned to work and now send my daughter to daycare, living fulfilling days. This time, I'm determined to find true happiness with my daughter. With this resolve, today I head to work, full of energy,